Now, in the middle of the Parthenon, while it was erected, while it was in use, it had a massive statue of Athena Parthenos. And we know about this not only from the Greeks, but also from the Romans. And it was destroyed long before Lord Elgin, probably about the time that the Catholic Church takes over the structure as a church or a cathedral, because you wouldn't want a giant pagan statue in the middle of your church. But we know about it from Greek and Latin descriptions. The piece is fashioned from gold and ivory on a wooden armature created by Phidias, the same sculptor who works on the exterior of the building. And it would have been about 40 feet tall, so a 4-story tall structure. And the way she's constructed, she would be built in much the same way that the Statue of Liberty is built. So there's an armature inside, and then in the case of the Statue of Liberty, it's a very thin copper shell over it that has all the shapes and all of the features. Here, it would have been done in gold and ivory for the skin tones. And ivory, the way you do that is you create veneers of ivory that then can be shaped as pieces of a skin to give this very fine white skin that could have been painted after that. And she would have looked something like this. Athena was fully armed with a shield, spear, helmet, and held another god by the name of Nike, or Nike as you would see it today, Nike. Nike here is a visual representation. It is an image of victory. It is always an image of victory, and it speaks to the victory of the Greeks over the Persians in 480. And on the soles of her sandals, on the sides of her sandals right here, would be a centauromachi. Basically, you can just write down the centaurs versus the Greeks. This is another example of us versus them, this very Greek versus the other mentality that they have at the time. On the exterior of her shield, right here, would be an Amazonimaki, basically Jeff Bezos versus the Greeks. The Amazons versus the Greeks. The Amazons were a warrior tribe made up of females who only brought males in for the purposes of breeding. Then on the interior of her shield here would have been a giantomachy. Giants versus the Greeks. You're seeing this theme here where it's someone versus the Greeks, reminding the Greeks that they are so superior to every other race, every other group. Each battle is this metaphor, civilization over the barbarian, because to the Greeks, again, the rest of the world are barbarians. Compared to them, they are civilized, they are good. So we have this continued theme.